Hey, yo, this nigga said I'm black, Hispanic, and I'm broke. I'm gonna click on it,
A
bro.
lot of people that are
Just
starting in
just
Why
because of the title,
is it
bro.
so difficult for us to make ends meet? I don't know the answer. Can't say that I do.
I think it's because people. I think people spend more on things that don't matter than spending money on valuable things. I think people get influenced. I think people have the wrong concept of where to spend money.
It's going to be to each individual, but you know, I have some percentages, have some data. I'm going to look into it and just talk through how it's affected my journey and how it could be affecting yours. Thank you for checking out my channel. My name is O'Neal. This is the channel
I checked it out because of
the
name, bro.
And just to go into
because of the name, bro.
Building Bronze. Building Bronze came from the bronze medal in growth.
Duh.
Those are the two things that impacted the name of my channel. I'm a black individual, obviously, African American, but Hispanic culture is deeply rooted in my family also. My kids are half Hispanic. So I learned through spending time with that side was that, like, hey, we're all
my nigga just found a random parking lot, just drove in this motherfucker like, we finna make a video right here. I feel it, nigga. I like the energy, bro.
Things.
Look like a random ass parking lot.
We're going through the same things, but I call the channel Building Bronze not because of just trying to support black and Hispanics. I called it Building Bronze because there's a lot of people that are starting in third place.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be white, you could be of multiple nationalities.
Yeah.
Nationalities. The class that you're in,
the race don't matter.
The fact that
there's a hierarchy, and some people's on a higher totem pole, and some aren't.
Come from generational wealth, or come from a family that's financially literate. That's not specific to black and Hispanic families. That's not specific to just people in lower class. There's a lot of people that just don't have the education to make better,
or just wanting to take the risk. I think financial freedom comes down to risk.
Decisions financially.
Risk definitely plays a role.
Almost 70, a little bit over 70%.
The right risk.
Closer to 75 to 76% of African American people are living paycheck to paycheck. That's small. That's almost 8 out of 10 black people you see are living paycheck to paycheck, or at least feel like they're living paycheck to paycheck.
Because I mean, bills. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of bills attached to them. And you can't ever get nowhere if you keep having bills attached. Ain't nothing wrong with paying bills. But if you're already broke, you can't grow nothing to ever get out of that. And then you're just like the 100%. That's not, no. You got to cut the bills down. You cut the bills down, live below your means. You can build momentum in other places, which will get you financial freedom.
That has to be a very, very uncomfortable way of living.
It is.
It has to be extremely stressful. You most likely are carrying a lot of financial burden and weight on your shoulders. And most likely you have kids, you have family members, you have people that you're supporting, but you're supporting them in this stressful environment where most likely you wasn't educated on finances.
Got to educate yourself.
And as the Hispanic culture goes, you know, and this is just speaking through some of the conversations I've had with family members, they have the same struggles. And if you're white, if you're of a different nationality, this lands with you too, right? If you didn't come from a place or grow up with people that were financially literate. But you have to look in history to understand that.
You do. History plays a big role in where we're going in the future.
African Americans are maybe a generation to 2 generations out of slavery. So there wasn't any.
Nah, that's the part, that's the misconception, because I don't believe that. I believe most black men are just overall, most people are still in slavery. Why you're still in slavery? Because you're still depending on a source. You're not depending on yourself, which you can generate a lot more if you're depending on yourself rather than depending on others. I mean, I can't dive too deeply in this because, again, we're on YouTube and I have to be conservative with my words of what I say and how I say it. But yeah, bro. I think we're still in slavery, but it's not the way it used to be. Let's just say that it's not the way. It's a deeper type of form of slavery. And once you understand that, once you can analyze that, and however that is, then you can understand that you can never. Slavery was, I believe, there was a psyche behind it where it always made you depend on something. But back then it was depending on the master, depending on who you were serving and what you were doing for that person. Now it's not through the person, it's through decision making, it's through your worldview, it's through your heart, and what you deem to be true and what you don't deem to be true, and what is hurting you and what is not hurting you, which will usually place you in the place that you want to go to, which is freedom, or it's going to put you in a place where, yeah, it's ultimately slavery.
Wealth passed down. So a lot of the knowledge we're gaining is current knowledge. It's right now. And then as a culture, we have a keep up with the Joneses culture. It's a very flashy culture. Yep. And this is in America.
And I honestly, I've never liked being flashy. Never been a flashy person. It's never been my thing. You feel me? Having money or not having money, it's not gonna make me flashy. That's not why I'm not here to worship money. That is not why I'm here. And a lot of people, they worship money. I don't worship money. Money does not make nor break me. It doesn't. And that is why most is broke, is because it makes or breaks you. It doesn't make or break me. I have no quota but my own quota. Because at the end of the day, my own quota is 9 times out of 10 going to work better than yours. It is. Because I said it will. You feel me? You see the power in that? It's so simple, but it's such a switch, bro. Once you can, it's such a switch. It's such a switch.
Statistically, but with blacks, it's more prevalent. You know, the gold chains, the flashy cars, the shoes, the things that you're showing off on Instagram and stuff of that nature. Like, that impacts your thought process when it comes.
The greatest act in the world is to inspire. Quoted by my nigga Nip. The greatest act in the world is to inspire. You can inspire, you did your job. That's why I make these videos. It's to inspire. It's to give you guys a different outlook on life, to give y'all a different perspective, so you guys can be more ahead than I was. I mean, I'm working to get there. I'm still not there, but I'm working to get there. But damn, I wish I would have listened to me more. You feel me? I wish I would have listened, because I always had the answers. I always did.
Comes to saving, because your goal is not to save more money. A lot of times, because I went through this, so I'm talking about the things that I went through. A lot of the times, the goal is to figure out how you're going to spend that next dollar. I thought of when I was thinking about this, man, I remember back in the day, I would deposit to withdraw the deposit. That's all I was doing. I was depositing my check to withdraw the deposit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It wasn't to put it in.
Hey, that's crazy. That's a different perspective. I didn't look at it like that. That's exactly what that is. But not only that, when you deposit money into the bank, you're having other lenders borrow your money. So people will be borrowing your money, because it's really just numbers on a screen. But they're just making money off your money. That's the scam, chat. That's the scam,
my
bro.
savings distributed to different accounts. It was depositing it to withdraw it, to spend it on bills and whatever else I can find to spend my money on. I mean, what I've learned is that, like, our history, of course, didn't help us. Like, people that...
But our history doesn't define us either. And that's where we need to understand as black people, is that history was harsh, but it shouldn't define you. If it defines you, the repercussions, that's what you deserve, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's what you're gonna deserve. I truly believe that America, they did a lot of evil shit. Don't get me wrong. America's done a lot of evil shit. Some really demonic, evil shit. But one thing they did do is open opportunity for millions and millions of people. Because if there's good, there is always bad. That's the way it's going to go. It has to go like that. If there's good, there's bad. So you could be mad at America. You can sit there in resentment for the evil shit that they've done. And the wars that we shouldn't have had. And all this and all that. Or you can understand that there's good and there's evil. And they have to mix. They have to come together. You feel me? And bro, once I put that in perspective and I really like thought on that shit. And like really sat on that shit. I realized I was mad at my country for my nigga, my country did nothing to me, my nigga. My country did nothing but try to help me. To be real, if I'm being honest with y'all niggas, my country honestly helped me. But not through kindness, nigga. Through resentment, through struggle, through diversity, through these things that I went through where I hit walls, and I'm just like, damn, why do I keep hitting this wall? Why do I keep hitting this wall? And I got to a point where I got next to the wall, my nigga. You know, I said, you know what? Fuck it, I'ma climb it. You feel me? That's literally, bro. That's literally what I did, bro. And nigga said, fuck it, I'ma climb it. I'm tired. I know I can't go through this wall head on, right? I know I can't go through this wall head on. But you know what I used to always do as a kid, nigga, when I was in my sixth period class, nigga, I used to go to work, right? Mind you, hitting the brick wall, going to work. Not thinking about my own shit, not thinking about my own moves. Going to work, hitting the brick wall, right? At 14, 15, thinking, because I'm over here thinking, I'm not thinking of fun, my nigga. I'm not thinking about hanging with my friends. I'm not thinking about none of that shit. I'm thinking about, I need money, bro. I need money. I need worshiping money, my nigga. You feel me? Worshiping money, bro. Because I'm thinking, I need money. I'm money. I forgot to even be a kid, my nigga. I'm sitting behind a cash register, giving people their money, doing all that shit. Not even thinking like, bro, you're just wasting away, my nigga. Yeah, the money was cool. Don't get me wrong. It gave me shit to do, and money does do a lot of that shit. But when you don't have the education to go to back the money, it's a waste of fucking time, bro. It's a waste of time. If you don't have knowledge to back the money, to know what you're going to do with the money, to make more money, nigga, the money is a waste of time, bro. And I sat with that shit, my nigga. I really sat with that shit.
Their history of getting here with nothing didn't help them either. But we now have the knowledge to be better. So why are we oppressing ourselves? Why are we holding ourselves down? Like, who's going to be the matriarch? Who's going to be the patriarch of the family that brings everyone together and talks to them about better financial decisions? Are you going to...
You got to be the younger generation. It starts with you. Like I said, it starts with all y'all. All y'all that watch my videos, all the love y'all giving me on my YouTube right now, all that shit. It starts with y'all, bro. Y'all got to do it. I know y'all could do it, bro. If I know, man, nigga. If I know one thing, I know the niggas that watch me can do it. Y'all niggas can do it. But I can't sit here and give you all the tools, my nigga. But I could tell you, if you hitting a brick wall, you keep hitting a brick wall, 9 times out of 10, that wall ain't smarter than you. That wall don't know you for real. That wall don't know you. You come in contact with it, y'all have parts and moments where y'all come in contact where it's hard, my nigga. right? Where it's like, damn, like it feels like this familiar sense. But that wall can't tell paint from a can, my nigga. You feel me? If you can use your mind, and shout out my nigga, my step pop, right? Yeah, free my nigga, man. But he always told me from a young age, if you can use the mind, if you can control the mind, if you could tell the mind what you want the mind to do, the mind will do it. You have to take full control of the mind. Real shit, yo. Real shit.
Be that person?
Real shit, bro.
Are you gonna be the person that has the tough conversations with family members that are making bad financial decisions? You don't have to be in their pocketbook. It's not what I'm asking.
You don't, but you also don't have to follow it.
What I'm asking you, are you gonna ask the right questions? And the first thing you should ask, not only yourself, but if you have solved that problem with yourself, you wanna ask them the whys behind it. You wanna get the reason they're making that decision. One thing I learned by talking to a lot of people and thinking through the things I went through, and I've said this many times before, a lot of people buy things just because they believe they deserve it.
Yep.
I deserve to have it.
Yep.
I want it, I deserve it. It's not that I need it.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And that's where I learned about when you really understand finances and you understand investing, understanding where you're trying to go, you realize, oh shit, these things that I'm buying, my nigga, I actually need them. You feel me? Because they're bringing me more income. They're bringing me more things that I need to do and what I want to do. And it's like, nigga, it's like a switch, my nigga. It's like, what the? Telling you, bro, that shit's mind blowing, bro. That shit is mind blowing. Shit is mind blowing.
You know, our ancestors fought. Some of the people that came over to the United States as immigrants worked diligently. So some of the Latino families, ancestors worked diligently hard to make a living for themselves.
Yep.
So they put together and put forth all this.
And then you gotta think about that too. It's like where we come from and what our ancestors dealt with and shit, my nigga. How can you ever complain? Like, how can you ever be like, damn, this shit too hard? Nigga, do you know what your ancestors went through to get here? To get to this point, my nigga, they was working day in, day night to get here. To get to this point.
Effort. So we have the work ethic. It's in our genes, it's in our souls. We bring in a lot of money as a culture. But it's not about what we bring in, it's about what we're putting out.
What you putting out and what you keep. What you putting out, what you spend your money on and how you value it and what you keep. It's not how much you spend, it's how much you keep. It's never how much you spend, it's how much you keep.
It's about
don't ever let that shit go over your head, bro.
And do we have a plan for the money that's coming in that doesn't involve wants, that doesn't involve the desire to seek the things that we feel like we deserve? We deserve a lot of things in life. We do, right? You work hard, you're honest. This is what I want you to think about. Do you deserve to create a better future for yourself, your kids, and your family? And how are you going to approach creating that better future? Because what we're doing right now as Black and Latinos, and not everybody.
Right, I'm out of here with this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This